Hello everyone, and today we are going to be counting the top 10 canceled Thomas Wooden Railway items. And this will be only qualified for Thomas Wooden Railway items, and it will include numerous items, some you may know about, some you may not know about, and I just find canceled Thomas items like very interesting. Get out of there, you stupid fly. And, well, let's get on to the list. Before we do, these pictures were found on the Thomas Wooden Railway wiki, so I'll put a link in the description below if I'll remember it. So anyways, this is not going to be scripted, so there may be some hiccups, so let's just get on with the list, shall we? Alright, coming around at number 10, we have something to do with the Talking Railway. So does anyone remember this theme? I don't really. I found some of the concepts interesting, and their sets were pretty cool. And yeah, and you can see right there what happens is the gold magnet basically interacts with stuff, and I found that pretty cool. And you can see some of the sets there. That's the Great Waterton set, and there you can see right there is the Cranky set, the Farewell Hero. That was actually a pretty cool Cranky. Kind of interesting how they made Thomas and Spencer's, because that manifestation set looks really cool, I must say. I mean, you get a bunch of characters, and they made numerous characters for this line. Like gave us Thomas. You can see the gold magnets right there, and they also made us characters such as Percy, James, and other characters such as Spencer. However, there were supposed to be two other characters made. The first being Duck, and you can see there, you know, he has the gold magnets, pretty expected, but I think he was canceled, you know, because he wasn't a popular character. You know, he means replaced by Emily. It doesn't actually make sense how they came out and made them. Like, they should have made, like, Gordon or Henry. That would have made more sense. But, you know, and the other one was a really strange one. It was Mighty Mac. And I don't get this one at all. Like, I like Mighty Mac, but, you know, I just don't really get why they made this guy. Like, it doesn't really make any sense, but, you know, that's simple. But, you know, okay, well, let's move on to the next one. Coming in at number 9, we have items for the Blue Mountain Mystery movie. Now, Blue Mountain Mystery has been a movie that some Thomas fans have liked and some has not liked. I actually quite liked the movie, love it actually. But there were supposed to be some items released for it, and you know, and you can tell, well, they've been canceled because they're on the list. So anyways, toy company Mattel ended up getting, like, the license for the Thomas Wooden Railway, and well, now, you know, they had to cancel some items in development because Learning Curve only had the blueprints. We did end up getting some items like this set right here, which looks pretty. And we also got this pack. You can see that they were actually pretty scarce. That's actually not a bad pack. Comes with packs, so one of my favorites. But anyways, we're going to start with Luke. So he came out in 2013 instead of the year the characters made 2012. Well, he was supposed to come out then, and this is what he's supposed to look like. Yeah, he has 6 wheels. Doesn't make sense. Looks kind of creepy. But it gets even weirder. Here he is in the prototype. So it looks like he's very detailed. That's what Tony featured. Some of their faces look bad, but their details he's good. And here's this one. You know, he has 6 wheels. However, when Fisher-Price came in, they started redesigning. Here he's got 4 wheels. So for once, Mattel did something right. However, some of the detail has been lost. And this is the real one right here, which I do own. It's kind of worn. I played with him a lot as a kid. And here we have Winston. He came out in 2013. Nice little model, but he was supposed to come out back in 2012. Yeah, his face ain't there. Well, hopes are topping that didn't have those creepy red eyes. Unlike Luke, we only have a CGI image, but at least it's something. Looks like he still have the silver wheels. But, you know, we did get Winston later. I think I always did like Winston, how he looked in Wooden Railway form. I think it looked pretty good. And with Stafford, we never got any item, or, I mean, the picture of his Tony model. They said he was supposed to be made. I hope that's true. I'm just following what the wiki says, guys. Yeah. And Merrick was supposed to be made, but, you know, he was canceled. It's kind of sad, though, because he's an actual January crane. And this is something they didn't do with the actual Merrick. Looks good. I think the mountain detail looks a little basic, and the hook looks a little off. Excuse me, but this was canceled, but like the other 3, he was remade, and this time in a 2014 set. And you can see the set right there, and unfortunately he's not like the January Crane. I actually own this set. It's kind of worn. Because, well, that's how I got my Luke thing, actually. Now, the Mount Dagori Overpass has never been remade, unfortunately. This was also canceled. Looks like it's plastic on it. But it was basically just a remake of this one right here. You can see right there where they got the inspiration from. So it's not a big deal that it never came out. But yeah, that's basically it, you know. That's probably why the 2012 items for Mattel was so scarce. You know, it was the end of a line, you know. And that's not a pun. But yeah, that's basically it for that one. And blah, 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 you know. I'm stuttering here. Coming in at number 8, we have this interesting Thomas Christmas tree. So in the year 2006, we got some interesting items. 2006, I think, was the year I got into Thomas, actually, so that's interesting. But we were supposed to have, like, these guys. Well, you know, well, I mean, this little Christmas tree thing. You see in the bottom corner, you see it's Thomas with the Christmas tree. Pretty nice looking station, and the tree looks interesting. I can kind of see why it didn't come out. It's kind of sad. It looks kind of cute. But that's basically all I can say about this one. So coming in at number 7, we have this plate thing. Now I remember seeing this on Fisher Price's website. I thought, huh, that's pretty cool. Like, you don't need to get a whole bunch of track out of a layout. You can get that. I thought it looked pretty cool. And I was actually, you know, I just thought it looked cool. You can see how the tracks all connect and there's switches. Actually wouldn't be bad on a layout, actually. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. It kind of reminds me, when I'm looking at it, of the Thomas Wooden Railway play table they released. You can see that right there. And yeah, the board, I have a feeling it's supposed to be made out of fiber wood. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, and it can't just stay in that one position. You can actually redesign. I think you'll see this in the thumbnail. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. And I actually wanted this for Christmas. For one point, I actually went back on the website and I couldn't find it. I did end up getting the awesome Gold Mine set. I mean, that set was awesome. So I have no regrets in getting that. But, you know, it's just kind of interesting how this was canceled. But yet it was on Fisher Price's website. So could anyone order it, or was it pre-ordered? I don't remember. So coming in at number 6, we have these weird blocks. Like, what am I looking at? They're these basic blocks. You see Harold, Diesel, I think, Cranky, Toby. It's supposed to be these things. I said, what are these? They don't even look right for characters. You see Emily, Toby, Cranky. Well, they were basically for young infants. I can see why they made them. You can see here they spell Thomas. I don't get these at all. And then you can see, like, they made numbers. Oh, numbers 1 to 10, but then these 2 random signs. But this one, I guess, really weird. I have a feeling this is a product, because we like to see this Thomas here, except it's the old face. And Mattel, despite their effort sometimes, you know, I don't think they would get that lazy. So it really makes me wonder what these were. I remember these coming out, and then years later, whatever happened to those? I never saw them at the website, and then I ended up seeing them on the cancel list. So I was like, ooh, they got canceled. Oh well. Alright, coming in at number 5, we have the Bronze Toby. So, during the 60th anniversary, Hit Entertainment and Learning Curve released some metallic engines, one being the Bronze Diesel, the other being the Gold Thomas, which is probably the most famous, and the other one being, well, our Silver Avenger, Percy. Is that what he's called? I don't know. But anyways, they were, instead of Diesel, they were originally going to release Toby, and it pretty much makes sense why they didn't release him. One, because they wanted to show more Diesels, and also Toby barely appeared in the Magic Girl, even though it's on the box. So that's pretty much it with that one. And coming in at number 4, we have one of the more mysterious items, and it is the facade building. So these facade builds, we know nothing about them. All we can see is in the background. I've circled them out, so you can see these ones there. Nice colors. I think they would have been nice to decorate the layout, to be fair. And we have no idea when they were released. I'd say presumably around the 1990s. Well, 1990s, of course. But you can just see them actually nice detail, and I kind of sad they didn't get released because they actually make the layouts look a lot more busy, and the only way we got to see these were on the back of boxes, and we don't even have an official name. All they call is the Facade Builder Row. I have a theory, though, that they could be just decoration for the sets themselves and never were meant to be released, but hey, what do I know? But, yep, that's the end of that one. Coming in at number 4, we have the Black Janes. Origin Stains, Introducing Janes, Original Janes, whatever you want to call it. So anyways, we all know the Janes from 2015, the one we all know and love, and it looks really great, and a lot of Thomas fans loved it from that year. But little do we know, I mean, it was revealed around the wiki, and a YouTuber I know called ThomasFan1 uploaded this version, and we can see it's pretty much the same one as it was supposed to be, as you would expect from the 2005s. And it was supposed to come out in 2005, but was canceled for not being too colorful enough, oddly enough. So they replaced it with the 60th anniversary Henry, which they thought to be more colorful. I don't really get it, but it was canceled, and we didn't know until much later. That's a good thing it came out, because I think Black Janes is just more iconic, personally. For some reason, I used to think he was blue in the books back then. Oh well, but we did get one in 2015, of course, and it was redesigned in 2017, but this one, only one prototype is known to exist, but yeah. Coming in at number 3, we have the 2013 Diesels and Steamies 4-pack. Now, this was supposed to be a pack release for 2013, and it would have came with a wooden box, Thomas, Percy, Diesel in their Mattel form, as well as an exclusive Mattel Norman. However, Mattel ended up canceling it because we don't really know, unfortunately. I mean, it's typical Mattel. But, you know, but Norman kind of follows the trilogy of Sidney and Paxton. Like, he got them all in 2011, and you can see the 2013 model right there. It actually looks pretty good. I actually prefer it over the other one, to be honest. And, you know, but we did get versions of Paxton then, and Sidney then. They were kind of like these cameo characters, along with Norman, like, throughout the movie. It wasn't until Blue Mountain Mystery where Paxton started speaking, and then in 2013, finally Sidney and Norman started speaking. It was about time. But we did end up getting the 2013 models. There's Paxton right there, and there's this one without the red wheels, and yeah, I love Paxton as a character, to be honest, guys. And we also have Sidney, who was never released as a normal variant, but at least we got him. And we also got this weird Seaside variant. That should have been canceled, man. I don't know why that thing it never appeared in an episode. It's quite sad this thing was never released. I can kind of see why it wouldn't sell, though, because it's a 4-pack, and it's only for one character you really want. 2013 one's at the lower body. It just has a lot more detail, to be honest. And the wheels look nice, I must say. I don't know. I just like that look more. And hopefully, if the Thomas really ever comes back, they'll release it. And coming in at number 1, we have the Gold Edward. Now, this Edward was discovered on eBay not too long back, and it was supposed to be, well, come around the 60th anniversary. I really don't know how, though, it was going to fit in, or why it was making Edward's not the most popular character in terms of merchandise. Of course, we did end up getting the gold Thomas, except Thomas's mouth and eyes were painted gold, besides the pupil, so that's different. And the same thing with Percy here, but the reasons why this Gold Edward never came out is unknown. I'm not sure why it was going to come out, to be honest. Like, it's kind of random. You expect another character like James or even Gordon to come out instead, so I really don't get why they canceled this Edward. It was discovered on eBay, being sold for a ridiculous price, and I found out of it on Key Craze Twitter. But I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't liked or subscribed or comment, please do so. It really helps me, and I hope to come with more videos in the future, guys. And, well, yeah. If you want to hear information about this Golden Edward in front of you, or any other item, well, please go to the Thomas Wood Wiki. I'll put the link below, and it's a really good wiki. So, yeah, see you guys later. Bye!